Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss a fundamental pillar of democratic societies, the right to assembly. Let us explore the significance of assembly rights in safeguarding democracy and promoting social justice. The right to assembly holds significant importance in democratic nations. It allows individuals to convene peacefully, articulate their perspectives, and contribute to societal progress. Across historical struggles for equality and contemporary movements advocating for justice, assembly has played a pivotal role in shaping communities and upholding democratic principles. Its protection is enriched in both international treaties and domestic legislation, highlighting its fundamental role in facilitating public discourse and fostering social change, whether in physical or digital spheres. Despite encountering challenges such as excessive use of force or restriction in digital spaces, ongoing advocacy endures ensure the preservation of assembly right as an essential component of freedom and democracy. Assembly laws are regulations that govern the right to peacefully gather in public spaces, covering various forms of collective expression like protest and demonstration. These laws serve as a framework to ensure that assemblies are conducted in orderly and respectful manner while upholding the rights of participants and interests of society. Organizers of public gathering often need permission or must notify authorities in advance. These processes outline the procedures for obtaining permits, the criteria for granting them, and the consequences for organizing events without authorization. It's in this way for authorities to manage public gathering effectively, ensuring that they meet certain safety and logistical requirements. Time, place, and manner restriction are regulations that dictate limitation on assemblies to ensure public safety, prevent disruption, and minimize conflicts with other activities. These restrictions may include designated times and location for gathering, as well as rules regarding noise levels and other factors that could impact the surrounding community. Laws surrounding assemblies strictly prohibit violence, vandalism, and disorderly conduct. This is crucial for maintaining public order and ensuring the safety of participants and bystanders. Law enforcement agencies are empowered to intervene if any violence or disruptive behavior occurs during an assembly. Assembly laws affirm the right to freedom of expression, allowing the individual to voice their opinions and grievances during gatherings. However, this freedom is not unlimited. While individuals have the right to express themselves, speech that incites at violence or promotes hatred may be restricted to maintain public safety and social harmony. These laws delineate the role of law enforcement in ensuring participant safety and facilitating peaceful protests. Police officers are responsible for maintaining order during assemblies, protecting the rights of participants, and interviewing if any violation of the law occur. It's important for law enforcement to strike a balance between maintaining public order and respecting the rights of assembly participants. Assembly laws aim to strike a balance between the right to assembly and other societal interests, such as public safety and individual rights. While it is important to protect the right to peacefully gather and express opinion, it is also essential to ensure that assemblies do not infringe upon the rights of others or pose threat to public safety. These laws uphold the constitutional principles while addressing the diverse needs and interests of society. India's historical context regarding assembly rights is deeply rooted in the resistance against British colonial rule, characterized by oppressive laws aimed at quelling dissent. Despite facing repression, Indians mobilized through protest and mass movements like non-cooperation and Quit India movements, challenging colonial injustice and asserting their right to self-determination. Visionary leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru underscored the significance of assembly right in India's struggle for independence. The Indian Constitution of 1950 solidified assembly rights as fundamental article under 19(1)(b), allied with provisions allowing for reasonable restriction in the interest of public order and sovereignty. Post-independence assembly rights continued to play a pivotal role in shaping Indian democracy in various movements, advocating for causes ranging from labor rights to environmental conservation. In India, right to assembly is primarily safeguarded under Article 19(1)(b) of the Indian Constitution, which ensures the freedom of assembly for all citizens while allowing or reasonable restrictions in the interest of public order, morality, and sovereignty. Supporting this constitutional provision are key legal frameworks including Indian Penal Code addressing unlawful assembly and rioting and the Code of Criminal Procedure which outlines procedure guidelines for managing assemblies and demonstration. Additionally, individual states have their own police acts empowering law enforcement agencies to regulate public gathering and assemblies. Some states have enacted specific legislation such as the Public Meetings Act 1951 to govern public meetings and procedure. Moreover, the emergence of digital platforms has prompted the introduction of rules like the Information Technology Rules 2021, which impact the digital expression of assembly rights by regulating online content and social media platforms. Together, these legal framework form the basis for ensuring the protection and regulation of assembly rights across physical and digital domains in India. Assembly laws embody fundamental freedoms essential for democratic societies, encompassing the right to peacefully assemble, freedom of expression, petitioning the government, and association. Participants have the right to access information about assembly laws, regulations, and procedure to fully understand their rights and responsibilities. These rights extend to both physical gatherings in public space or online or virtual gatherings facilitated by digital technology. Assembly rights play a crucial role in political participation, enabling citizens to express political opinions, engage in decision makers, and influence public policies. Peaceful protest is a core aspect of assembly rights, empowering individuals to challenge injustice, advocating for change, and raise awareness. Additionally, assemblies foster public discourse, debate, and dialogue on issues of public concerns, providing platform for individuals to exchange ideas and contribute to democratic processes. However, the right to assembly is not absolute and may subject to limitations such as public order, safety, national security, hate speech, and permit requirements, which should be lawful, necessary, and proportionate to uphold the democratic principles. Some case laws for the right to assembly helps in interpretation. The Ramilal Maidan incident versus Home Secretary Union of India case affirmed the fundamental right to assemble peacefully without arms, criticizing the excessive use of force during the protest at Ramilal Maidan in Delhi. Anuradha Basen versus Union of India addressed restrictions on freedom of speech and expression in Jammu and Kashmir, emphasizing the need of balance between security concerns and with the right to peacefully assembly. Again, another case, Ramesh Thapar versus State of Madras upheld freedom of speech and expression as fundamental, laying the groundwork for subsequent judgments emphasizing democratic freedoms, including assembly rights. One another significant case is Madhulimia versus Subdivisional Magistrate Mungyar, 1971 clarified the use of Section 144 of CRPC, emphasizing that it cannot separate legitimate expression of dissent. The case of S. Rangarajan versus P. Jagjivan Ram stressed the importance of protecting freedom of speech and expression, setting a precedent for safeguarding assembly rights even for unpopular opinions. These cases collectively underscore the judicial role in upholding assembly rights and ensuring the balance between public order and individual liberties. Contemporary challenges to the right to assembly span various domains reflecting social, political, and technological shifts. These challenges include instances of excessive force by law enforcement during protests, digital restrictions such as internet shutdowns and censorship hindering online assemblies, and criminalization of protests leading to legal harassment and arrest of peaceful demonstrators. Additionally, persuasive surveillance technologies approach upon privacy right while movement restrictions like travel bans impede individual participants in protest. Administrative obstacles including cumbersome permit requirements also limit civic engagement while the rise of counter-protest movements and online information further complicates the landscape. Concerns over corporate influence and censorship on digital platforms add another layer of complexity to ensuring the protection of assembly rights in contemporary societies. Addressing these contemporary challenges to the right to assembly demands a comprehensive strategy involving legislative reforms to align laws with international human rights standards, enhance police accountability through comparative training and judicial protection by upholding assembly rights through judicial review. Civil society engagement is crucial in empowering grassroots movements to advocate for assembly rights while safeguarding digital rights is essential in digital age. International cooperation is needed to promote global respect for assembly rights, and education initiatives can promote a culture of respect for assembly rights among citizens. Furthermore, fostering inclusive decision making processes and conflict resolution through dialogue and mediation can contribute to overcoming these challenges. By implementing these measures collaboratively, government, civil society organizations, and citizens can create more inclusive and democratic approach to the respecting the rights of society in assembly. The right to assembly is really important in democracy because it let people speak up and take part in how things are decided. But nowadays there are problems like too much force on limits of what people can say online, even getting in trouble for protesting. To fix these issues, we need to change the laws, make sure that the police are held responsible and protect people's right online. Everyone needs to work together to make sure everyone can say and be heard. That way we can keep our democracy strong and fair for everyone. Thank you.